Elena's life looks perfect from the outside. At 32, she's a graphic designer with a warm smile, living in a cozy suburban home with her husband, David. She's the kind of woman who remembers everyone's birthdays, cooks David's favorite lasagna even when she's tired, and plans candlelit dinners he often misses. David, a 35-year-old businessman, loves her, but his world revolves around work, late nights, endless emails, and forgotten anniversaries. Elena hides her loneliness behind her bright laugh, but inside, she's starving for someone to notice her, to care. Her friends gush about her dream marriage, but she feels like a ghost in her own home, unseen, unheard. Then comes Marcus. He's 35, single, and new at Elena's design firm, with a smile that could light up a room and eyes that seem to see right through you. They meet during a big project, paired up to redesign a client's website. Over late-night coffee runs, they bond, first over work, then over life. Marcus cracks jokes about their boss's terrible taste in fonts, and Elena laughs harder than she has in years. He notices the little things, how her eyes dim when she mentions David, how she fidgets when she's nervous. One evening, as they walk to her car after a long day, he says, "Elena, you're the heart of this team. Don't let anyone make you feel less." His words hit her like a warm wave, filling a void she didn't know was so deep. She blushes, mumbling a thank you, but something shifts inside her. Their friendship grows fast. Texts about project deadlines turn into playlists they share, then late-night chats about dreams and fears. Marcus opens up about his past, a fiancée who broke his heart, leaving him scared to love again. Elena admits she feels invisible with David. "He's a good man," she says over lunch one day, stirring her coffee. "But it's like I'm just there." Marcus leans in, his voice soft. "You deserve someone who sees your soul, Elena. Every day." Her heart skips, but she pushes the feeling down. She's married. This is just friendship. Right? Weeks later, they're at a company retreat in a mountain cabin, surrounded by pine trees and laughter. David's away on another business trip, so Elena goes alone. After a night of team games and a crackling bonfire, she and Marcus end up on the cabin's deck, staring at a sky full of stars. The air's chilly, but Elena feels warm beside him. He points out constellations, then turns to her, his voice low. "If I had someone like you, I'd never let a day pass without showing how much I care." Their eyes lock, the world fading away. Before she can think, their lips meet, soft, hesitant, but electric. Elena pulls back, heart pounding. "We can't," she whispers, but the spark's already lit. The next morning, guilt crashes over her like a tidal wave. She loves David, doesn't she? But Marcus is different. He sees her, really sees her. They agree the kiss was a mistake, but back at work, their eyes keep meeting across the room. A brush of hands while passing files feels like fire. Soon, they're sneaking moments together, lunch in a quiet cafe, a quick coffee at a place David never goes. Marcus surprises her with her favorite chamomile tea when she's stressed, leaves sticky notes on her desk saying, "You're my favorite artist." Elena feels alive, like she's waking up after years of sleepwalking. Their secret deepens. A work session at Marcus's apartment turns into stolen kisses, then more. He holds her close, whispering, "You're my everything." Elena's torn. She knows it's wrong, but Marcus's care is a drug she can't quit. He plans picnics in hidden park corners, remembers her stories, holds her when she cries about the guilt eating her alive. "I never wanted this," she tells him one night, tears falling. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone." Marcus wipes her tears, his voice steady. "I'll wait for you, Elena. Forever if I have to." David, meanwhile, is blind to it all. He's buried in spreadsheets, barely noticing Elena's late nights or her distracted sighs. When he does, he chalks it up to her job. One evening, he surprises her with a diamond necklace, saying, "I know I've been busy. This is for you." Elena forces a smile, but the gift feels hollow. Jewelry can't replace the emotional connection she craves. She tries to pull back from Marcus, telling him they need to stop, but their last meeting always ends in another kiss, another promise. Marcus's love is a lifeline, and she's drowning without it. The tension builds. David starts noticing odd things: Elena's phone buzzing at midnight, a vague text from Marcus about a project. He asks, "Everything okay at work?" Elena's heart races as she lies, "Just deadlines." But the guilt is suffocating. She journals late at night, writing, "I love David's stability, but Marcus loves my soul. How do I choose?" Marcus, sensing her struggle, sends her a playlist with songs about fearless love, each one feeling like a plea to choose him. Things nearly unravel at a family barbecue. David announces a surprise vacation to reconnect, his arm around Elena like nothing's wrong. She feels like she's choking, her secret burning inside her. That night, she slips away to meet Marcus in a park, rain starting to fall. She's crying, torn between two lives. "I can't keep lying," she says, voice breaking. Marcus takes her hand, his eyes fierce with love. "I care for you more than he ever could, Elena. Choose me." She pulls away, sobbing, "I don't know how." As she drives home, her phone lights up with Marcus's text, "Yours or no one, that's how I feel about you." The final straw comes when Marcus drops a bombshell. Over coffee, he tells her he's been offered a job transfer to another city. "If you don't choose me, I'll go," he says, pain in his eyes. "I can't stay here watching you with him." Elena's heart shatters. She can't imagine life without his care, his laughter, his touch. But as she opens her mouth to answer, her phone rings. It's David, his voice sharp. "We need to talk when you get home." Her stomach drops. Has he found out? She hangs up, tears blurring her vision, and drives into the rainy night, her mind a storm of love, guilt, and impossible choices. Elena's car pulls into the driveway, tires crunching on wet gravel, her hands shaking as she grips the steering wheel. David's last words echo in her mind, "We need to talk." Her heart pounds. She's been living a lie, torn between her husband's steady presence and Marcus's soul-deep love. That text from Marcus still burns in her pocket, "Yours or no one." She steps out into the storm, mascara trailing down her face, knowing tonight could break everything. What happens when a secret affair crashes into the truth? Buckle up, this is where hearts shatter and choices carve forever. Inside, David's waiting in the living room, his face tight with worry. "Where were you, Elena?" he asks, voice low but sharp. She stammers, "Just driving, clearing my head." But her red eyes betray her. David holds up a crumpled receipt from a cafe she visited with Marcus, his hands trembling. "Is there someone else?" he asks, quieter now, like he's afraid of the answer. Elena's breath catches, guilt choking her. She could lie again, but the weight of it all, months of sneaking around, stolen kisses, Marcus's warm promises, crushes her. Tears spill as she whispers, "Yes. I'm so sorry, David." His face crumples, a mix of anger and pain. "Who is he?" She hesitates, then says, "Marcus. From work." David doesn't yell. That's what hurts most. He sits, head in his hands, and says, "I knew I was gone too much. I thought you were happy." Elena sobs, "I tried to be. You were never here, David. I felt so alone." They talk until dawn, raw and honest. David admits he buried himself in work to avoid feeling like he wasn't enough. "I love you," he says, voice breaking. "I'll do better." Elena's heart twists. She sees the man she married, flawed but trying. Could they fix this? But Marcus's face flashes in her mind, his voice saying, "I see your soul." She's trapped between two loves, one steady, one electric. The next day, Elena meets Marcus at a park bench, her eyes puffy from crying. He looks at her like she's the only person in the world, his voice soft. "I left you a voicemail. Did you hear it?" She nods. She listened to it 10 times, his words like a lifeline, "I'll always care for you, even if it's from afar." She tells him about David, the confrontation, the guilt. Marcus takes her hand, his touch warm. I don't want to hurt you, Elena. But I can't stop loving you. She pulls away, torn. I need time, she says, her voice barely a whisper. Marcus nods, eyes full of pain but love, always love. Elena throws herself into saving her marriage. She and David start couples therapy, sitting on a stiff couch as a therapist prods them to open up. David steps up, he plans date nights, brings her coffee in bed, listens when she talks about her art. One evening, he surprises her with a sketchbook, saying, I know you've been too sad to draw. Start again. It's the David she fell in love with, and it feels good, like slipping into an old, comfortable sweater. But in quiet moments, she catches herself humming a song from Marcus's playlist, her heart aching for his effortless care, the way he knew her without trying. She tries to cut Marcus off, deleting his number, but her resolve crumbles. One night, she texts him, I need to see you. One last time. They meet at a quiet diner, neon lights buzzing overhead. Marcus looks tired but lights up when he sees her. I thought I lost you, he says, voice thick. They talk for hours, about everything, her fears, his dreams, the way love feels like a gift and a curse. When he leans in, she doesn't pull away. Their kiss is desperate, like they're stealing time itself. Choose me, Marcus whispers. I'll care for you forever. Elena's tears fall as she says, I want to, but I'm so scared. The affair reignites, more intense now. They meet in secret, a hidden rooftop, a late-night drive. Marcus is her safe haven, wiping her tears when she cries about David, planning future adventures they might never have. I'd take you to Paris, he says one night, tracing her palm. Just to see you smile under the Eiffel Tower. Elena laughs through tears, but guilt gnaws harder. She's lying to David again, who's trying so hard. One therapy session, she breaks, telling the therapist, I felt cared for with Marcus in a way I never did here. David's face falls, but he squeezes her hand. I'll learn, he promises. She wants to believe him, but Marcus's love feels like oxygen, then it all collapses. David finds deleted texts on Elena's phone, ones she thought she'd erased. He confronts her in their kitchen, voice shaking with rage. You're still seeing him? After everything? Elena tries to explain, you were gone for years, David. Marcus was there. He slams his fist on the counter. I'm trying, Elena. What am I to you? She's sobbing now, no defenses left. I love you both, she admits, the truth uglier than she expected. David grabs his keys and walks out, leaving her alone with her regret. She collapses, whispering, what have I done? Marcus calls, sensing her pain. Come to me, he says. I'll take care of you. But Elena's a mess, replaying her life with David, their wedding, laughing over burnt pancakes, building a home, against Marcus's tender promises. She journals, pen shaking, David's my past, but Marcus feels like my future. Why does love hurt so much? She meets Marcus one last time, needing clarity. He hands her a letter, his voice steady. If staying with David makes you happy, I'll let you go. But my heart's yours. Elena breaks down, hugging him tightly. Why do you love me this much, she asks. He smiles sadly. Because you're you. The breaking point comes that rainy night. After a final fight with David, where he demands, choose, Elena. Him or me, she runs to Marcus, soaked and shaking. Under the streetlight, she grabs his hand, tears streaming. Yours or no one, she says, voice fierce despite the pain. It's her choice, Marcus, the man who cared for her soul. He pulls her close, promising forever. But as they embrace, Elena sees David's car in the distance, his silhouette watching. Heartbroken. Months later, David files for divorce, calm but distant. I want you to be happy, he says, signing the papers. Elena moves in with Marcus, who keeps his promise, mornings with her favorite tea, evenings talking about art and dreams. They travel, laugh, build a life. But Elena carries scars, sometimes crying over the pain she caused David. Marcus holds her, always patient, always caring. Years pass, and one day, Elena hears David's found love again, a kind woman who suits him. It stings, but it frees her, too. She and Marcus watch a sunset, his hand in hers, her heart finally at peace.